probably know Justin Bieber's story. The talented kid discovered on YouTube. The young boy who became one of the biggest pop stars in the world. The child with millions of fans, making millions of dollars, living the dream. But they didn't tell you the real story. They didn't tell you what was behind that discovery, what was hidden behind that famous face, and that what Justin Bieber almost lost was much more than his soul. I know this story, because I was there. I saw everything. And now, finally, it's time to tell the truth. It was 2008. I was just another person working in the music industry. Assistant level. Insignificant. But this position gave me something. Access. The opportunity to see what happened behind closed doors. And that year, something changed. New project coming, my boss said one day. A 13-year-old kid. From YouTube. Voice is incredible. But more importantly, he paused with a strange smile. Malleable. That word disturbed me. Malleable. As if the child were clay. An object to be molded into whatever shape they wanted. When I first saw Justin Bieber, he was just a kid. Really. A child with big brown eyes, a shy smile, who lit up when talking about his love for music. Pure, innocent. He believed in his dreams. I'll do everything, he told me one day. We were waiting in the recording studio. Whatever it takes. I want to do this for my mom. I want to give her a good life. My heart broke at that moment, because I knew what this industry would take from him. The first 6 months were normal. Recordings, rehearsals, small shows. Justin was excited. Every day, every hour, learning new songs, dancing, moving toward becoming the star he dreamed of being. But then the meetings started. Secret meetings. Meetings Justin wasn't allowed into. Just his management, producers, and others. The kid has potential, someone said. I could hear from outside the conference room. But we need to shape him. We need to mold him. Make him give us exactly what we want. He's very young, said another. This could be a problem. No, said a third voice, deeper, more authoritative. He's exactly the right age. He doesn't know who he is yet, which means we can tell him who he'll be. The door opened. A man came out. Someone famous. Very famous. I won't name him. But you know. Everyone knows. He looked at me. There was something in his eyes. Something cold. Something calculating. Who are you? He asked. Just an assistant, I said. Good, he said. Remember, you're just an assistant. You forget what you see. You forget what you hear. Understand? I nodded, but I didn't forget. I couldn't forget. Justin's change started slowly, subtle, but it was there. His laugh became a little less real, his eyes a little less bright, and his behavior was different. I'm running late, he would say, late at night in the studio. Extra work, management wants it. But there was no music playing in the studio, just silence. And sometimes, if you listened very carefully, sounds. Low talking, occasional laughter, and sometimes crying. Is Justin okay? I asked a technician one day. The man looked at me, sad, tired. The kid's not okay, he said quietly, but nobody cares. Because the kid's making money, millions, and when money talks, pain whispers. In 2010, Baby came out. Justin exploded. Overnight superstar, everywhere, on every radio, every TV, the world's most famous teenager. And that's when things really got bad. Party invitations started coming. Private parties. Invitation only. They called them industry networking events. But I knew what was happening. I'd heard. Justin needs to go to these parties, his management said. Important people. Connections. Good for his career. He's 16 years old, I said. I couldn't help it. 16-year-olds shouldn't be partying with powerful men at midnight. Silence. Then my boss looked at me. Cold. You're not here to protect children, he said. "You're here to create stars. And if you can't understand that, maybe this job isn't for you." Justin went to the parties, and each time he came back a little less Justin. One night, I found him in the studio bathroom, sitting on the floor, his head in his hands, crying, silently, so no one would hear. "Justin," I said softly, "what happened?" He looked at me. His eyes were red, but there was something else in them. Fear. "I can't," he whispered. "I can't do it anymore. But they won't let me stop. They said if I stop I'll lose everything. Mom, family, everything. And they know everything. Everything I've done. Every secret. If I talk." "If you talk, what?" I asked. "They'll destroy me," he said. "Not just my career. Me. The real me. Who I am. It's almost gone already. When I look in the mirror, sometimes I don't recognize myself. Like someone else is there, smiling at me. And that smile—" He stopped, trembled. "That smile isn't mine." The next few years were bad. Everyone saw, the media reported, Justin Bieber out of control. Arrests, drugs, wild behavior, spoiled child star, they said. Money and fame went to his head. But nobody saw the truth. Nobody saw a child's scream. Nobody heard the voice of a child desperately struggling for help, but unable to scream louder than the system that imprisoned him. In 2014, they fired me. "Company restructuring," they said. But I knew the real reason. I'd seen too much. I knew too much. Before leaving, I saw Justin one last time. In the hallway. Alone. Staring at the wall with empty eyes. "Justin," I said, "I'm sorry. I couldn't protect you." He turned to me, and for a second, just a second, I saw the real Justin. The lost child. "Nobody can," he said quietly. "The system is too big, too powerful, and once you're in, you never really get out." Years passed. Justin got married. He was with Selena. They broke up. He married Haley. He continued making music. But something had changed. You could see it in his eyes, in interviews, in photographs. A weight, a weariness, the weariness of survival. In 2020, he made a documentary. Seasons. For the first time, he spoke about his struggle, his pain, losing himself, and, if you watch very carefully, about the things he saw. "When you're young in the industry," he said in the documentary, "people take advantage of you. In every way. And you're just a kid. You don't know what's normal and what's not. So you accept everything. And years later you wake up and you don't remember who you are." He paused. His eyes went distant. "And sometimes, late at night, I think about those years. The lost years. And I wonder what happened to that kid. The kid who loved music, who wanted to make his mom smile, who just wanted to be happy. Is he still there, somewhere inside me? Or did they kill him a long time ago?" Last month I received something. An anonymous package. Inside was an old photograph. Of Justin, at 13 years old, from his first recording day. His eyes were sparkling. He was smiling. A real smile. And on the back of the photo, a handwritten note. "Remember me. The real me. Not what they created. Please." I recognized the handwriting. It was Justin's. So now I ask you, when you look at Justin Bieber, what do you see? Do you see the billionaire pop star? The success story? Or do you see a victim? A child sacrificed to a system, torn apart and reassembled as the perfect product? And, more importantly, how many more are there? How many young stars are going through the same machine right now, experiencing the same shaping, suffering the same pain? Britney, Demi, Ariana, Billy. The list goes on, and in each one you see the same pattern. Young discovery, rapid rise, then breaking, collapse, and if they're lucky, maybe recovery. But the cost is always the same. Innocence, identity, soul. Justin Bieber is alive. That's true. Standing, breathing, still making music. But that 13-year-old kid, the one singing on YouTube, eyes sparkling with dreams, excited about the future? That kid died. He died in 2009, in a recording studio, in secret meetings, at midnight parties. He saw things no child should see. He experienced things no child should experience. And in his place they left something else. Something that looks like Justin Bieber, acts like Justin Bieber, sings like Justin Bieber, but hollow inside, fragmented, reassembled. A Frankenstein's monster, stitched together for the industry's needs, the perfect product, the perfect star, the perfect victim. My final question is this. Now that you know, will you still watch? Will you still listen? Will you still feed the system? Or will you change something? Because change starts with you, with protecting young artists, with asking questions, with not accepting behavior that isn't good enough. Justin Bieber's story isn't over. It's still being written, and the ending depends as much on his effort as it does on ours. Will we remember that 13-year-old kid, the real Justin? Or will we continue living the lie they created? The answer is yours.